Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for All session. Today is June 9th, 2026, and we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9, Mother Yaśodā binds Lord Kṛṣṇa. And we started reading text 21 yesterday. I will share the screen with you. So the verse text 21 says, nāyaṁ sukhāpo bhagavān dehināṁ gopikā-sutaḥ jñānināṁ cātma-bhūtānāṁ yathā bhaktimatām. That means this Bhagavan, I am Bhagavan, to gopikā-sutaḥ. Gopika is Yaśodamayi's son, Kṛṣṇa. Sukhāpaha is very easily attained. Very easily attained means, how is Kṛṣṇa attained? That is already proved. How is Kṛṣṇa attained? How does one control Kṛṣṇa? By love. Okay? By prema. One is attained. And how one gets that prema? By the mercy of Kṛṣṇa, one gets that prema. But there is one catch here. What is that catch? So that means Yaśodamayi got this love at some point. She received this love at some point. By doing something she got. That's the understanding we are getting. So that has to be clarified. Already in the previous verse, from the previous verse, we understood that you cannot take that Yaśodamayi got this love for Kṛṣṇa, this type of love for Kṛṣṇa by Brahmaji's benediction. We cannot take it like that. Why? Because the previous verse is saying, not even Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, okay, you cannot do this here. This will distract me from what I'm doing, please. Not even Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, or Lakshmi Devi are as fortunate as Yaśodamayi. They don't have the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. That means Brahmaji does not have the love that Yaśodamayi has. How by his benediction, Yaśodamayi is getting this love? How is it possible? Isn't it? How can he give what he himself doesn't have? Not accept that Yaśodamayi she got this type of love for Kṛṣṇa. She became so fortunate by the benediction of Brahmaji. We cannot take it like that. That is clear. And also we saw that later on, Brahmaji is praying to Lord Krishna. How fortunate are the residents of Gokula. That means he's desiring that. He doesn't have it. And Yaśodamayi is the queen there, who is served by all these VRAJAVASIS, Gopas and Gopis. So, what is Yaśodamayi's position? We are understanding even more now. This Bhagavan, or this son of Yaśodamayi, who is actually Bhagavan, is not very easily attained. How do you attain? That means one attains him by love, by prema. And that prema you get by his mercy. So to say that this Krishna is not easily attained, what is the other way of saying? That means this type of love that Yaśodamayi has, that love is not possible to attain, or it is not easily attained. The type of love that Yaśodamayi has, that type of love is not easily attained. Okay? Try to follow, try to understand what I'm saying here. Here the point is, why Sukadeva Goswami, why Parikshit Maharaj asked this question in the first place? What did Yaśodamayi do to get this love? His intention is to help all the other people who are hearing, all the others who are sitting in that assembly where Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami is speaking. Parikshit Maharaj is asking questions. But there are sages and great personalities from all over the universe who came and sat there. And amongst them, it's not that everyone is a pure devotee of Krishna. All different types of people were there. There were jñānis, there were yogis, ashtanga yogis, devotees. In devotees also you have different grades. So many varieties of people are sitting there and they are listening to Sukadeva Goswami. So when they are hearing this Leela, Damodar Leela, and the exalted position of Yaśodamayi's love, others are also getting this doubt. They are also getting this desire. Can we also get this type of love for Yaśodamayi? That question will come, isn't it? So that is why through Yaśodamayi, by the example of Yaśodamayi, Parikshit Maharaj is trying to get that method, how one can get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. What is the way to get that type of love? Or is it even possible for one to get that type of love that Yaśodamayi has? That's the purpose of asking that question. Not that Yaśodamayi, literally, how she got that love. No, Parikshit Maharaj knows that. She's a Nitya Siddha devotee. She's an eternally liberated devotee. Eternally liberated devotee means it's not that by doing something you're getting. You have it all the time. You have it. That is Nitya Siddha. But by taking Yaśodamayi's case, he is asking for the sake of all the others who may desire to get that type of love that Yaśodamayi has, which not even Brahma, Shiva or Lakshmi Devi have. Is it possible for others to even get that type of love? If they can get, how they can get? That is the point here. How can one get the type of love? Of course, you have to also be very cautious here to understand that it is not possible for anyone to become Yaśodamayi. Nobody can become Yaśodamayi because that is her position eternally. She's a Nitya Siddha devotee. That is her role. That is her position. Nobody can become Yaśodamayi. But can we get the type of love that she has? If we can, then how can we get? That is the question. Okay? So, it is already answered previously in the previous verse by saying that not even Brahma, not even Shiva, not even Lakshmi have the love that Yaśodamayi has. Means nobody can take the position of Yaśodamayi. If the greatest personalities in this universe, like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and what to speak of the one who is constantly residing on the chest of Lord Vishnu, if they cannot get, what to speak of anyone else? That means nobody has the love that Yaśodamayi has. But still, is there a way? Nobody has, it's understood. But is there a way? So that's where we are heading now. Okay. So this verse is saying, this Bhagavan, one cannot get love for Bhagavan in the form of Yaśodā Nandan. That means Golok, Yaśodā Nandan Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa of Goloka. Brajendra Nandan Kṛṣṇa, Yaśodā Nandan Kṛṣṇa. Is it possible to get? You will distract me, please. It distracts me. I cannot speak here. You can do all these activities outside. First of all, the topic itself is so difficult. I have to be focused on this. I lost my track now. nāyaṁ sukhāpo bhagavān dehināṁ gopikā-sutaḥ jñānināṁ cātma-bhūtānāṁ yathā bhaktimatām iha. Okay. So, I am Bhagavan gopikā-sutaḥ. That means I am this Kṛṣṇa, who is the son of Yaśodamayī. He is Bhagavan. He cannot be easily attained. What do you mean by attained? That means it is not possible to get love for Kṛṣṇa. The way Yaśodamayī has love for Kṛṣṇa, that type of love, to get that type of love, sukhāpaha. Sukhāpaha means very easily attained. It is not very easily attained. This type of love that Yaśodamayī has, it is not easily attained. It doesn't say that you cannot get at all, but it is not easy to get. For who it is not easy to get? For dehināṁ. Dehināṁ means what? Dehināṁ means DEHABHIMANA. That means one who is proud of his body, by the strength of his body, by the ability of his body, he is able to do tapasya. He is able to control his senses, his mind, and by that he is doing this severe tapasya, ashtanga yoga, and by that he is going to get liberation, or he is going to reach the absolute truth. Can such a person get the love, that the type of love that Yaśodamayī has? Can such a person get that type of love easily? No, it's not possible. Dehināṁ means those who are proud of their bodies, they cannot get love like Yaśodamayī. It's not possible for them. Na sukhāpaha means not easily available for dehināṁ. Dehināṁ means those who are proud, dehabhimani. For them it is not possible. Who else cannot get easily? Jnānināṁ. Jnānināṁ means they are not dehabhimani, okay? Because jnanis, they do nishkama karma yoga to come out of that bodily identification, isn't it? So, jnānināṁ means they are not dehabhimani. They are not dehabhimani. They are not proud of their bodies. Rather, they are trying to come out of, they did actually, right? After nishkama karma yoga, they have realized I am not this body, I am spirit soul. And then they are following jnana sadhanas, etc. to go and merge into Brahman. So such jnanis, is it easy for such jnanis to get love for Kṛṣṇa like Yaśodamayī has? No. For jnanis also it is not possible. What about cātma-bhūtānāṁ? Cātma-bhūtānāṁ means, you see, those who are dwelling in Kṛṣṇa all the time. This is not a small position. They are dwelling in the Lord. So, in the previous verse we said, we heard about Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lakshmi Devi. Is their position ordinary position? No. Remember, Lord Brahma is the firstborn from the Supreme Lord in this universe, the firstborn person. And it is through Brahmaji that the Vedas are disseminated or distributed. They are passed down. or they are distributed everywhere in this universe from Brahmaji. First Brahmaji received. That means he is a recipient of the Lord's mercy, Brahmaji. And Lord Shiva is also Vaishnavanam yathā Shambhu. But cātma-bhūtānāṁ means, in what sense cātma-bhūtānāṁ? They are in the Lord, right? They are there in the Lord. In what way Brahma and Shiva are there in the Lord? Brahma, Shiva are guna avatars, being avatara of the Lord, guna avatara. They are cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Yes, they are dwelling in the Lord, being the avatara of the Lord. What about Lakshmi Devi? She is also cātma-bhūtānāṁ because she is the Swarupa Shakti of the Lord. Swarupa Shakti means internal energy, inside the Lord. So, Swarupa Shakti, she is the Swarupa Shakti. Therefore, she is the internal energy of the Lord. She is also dwelling in the Lord. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, being avatars of the Lord, they are also dwelling in the Lord. So, even cātma-bhūtānāṁ, for such personalities, such devotees as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lakshmi Devi, is it easy? Sukhāpo, can they get the love that Yaśodamayi has? Can they get it easily? No. Na sukhāpo is said. For dehināṁ, for jñānināṁ, cha means and, cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Cātma-bhūtānāṁ means who should we take here? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lakshmi Devi, like that. So, they all of them cannot easily get. It is not easy. It is not easy for them to get the love that Yaśodamayi has. However, there is one category of devotees for whom it is very easy. They can very easily get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. Yathā means the way. So, what is said? Na sukhāpo, for whom it is not easily attained. What is not easily attained? Bhagavān gopikā-sutaḥ. That means they cannot get love for the son of Yaśodamayi, the way Yaśodamayi has that type of love. Here, what is said in this verse is one cannot attain that Bhagavan in the form of Kṛṣṇa. What do you mean by attaining Kṛṣṇa? The way Yaśodamayi is controlling Kṛṣṇa. What does that mean? Controlling Kṛṣṇa means she has that type of love, so much love, that's why she is able to control. So instead of saying attaining Kṛṣṇa, I am directly saying, for your understanding, I am saying not having that type of love. So the type of love that Yaśodamayi has, it's not easy to get that type of love for those who are proud of their bodies, right? Dehināṁ, or for the jñānis who are not proud of their bodies because they realize that they are not the bodies. For them also it's not easy. And also it's not easy for cātma-bhūtānāṁ, means like Lakshmi Devi, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, who are always dwelling in the Lord. For them also, it is not easy to get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. The way yathā bhaktimatām, the way it is possible for bhaktimatām. Now we have to understand who are these bhaktimatām. They are also devotees. What kind of devotees? For them it is easy, it is said. Yathā bhaktimatām. You know, for bhaktimatām it is easy. The way it iha means in this world. In this world. The way in this world, getting love like Yaśodamayi's love for Kṛṣṇa is easy for bhaktimatām. That means for devotees, certain class of devotees, it is easy. Getting love is not, that means it is not as easily attained by dehināṁ, jñānināṁ, as well as cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Three categories are said: dehināṁ, jñānināṁ, cātma-bhūtānāṁ. For them, na sukhāpo. It is not easy to get the love that Yaśodamayi has, that type of love. It's not easy to get at all. It's not at all easy to get that type of love. However, it is not easy. It is not easy for them the way yathā, the way it is very easily attained by bhaktimatām, by these devotees. So now we have to understand, do you follow? Well, in which direction we are traveling now? We are trying to see, we are understanding the path followed by these devotees. Just open it. The path followed by, the path followed by, पानी आ रहा है यहाँ से. At least ये net door बंद करो. Yeah, that's better. The path followed by bhaktimatām. Huh? For them it is easy to get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. However, it is not easy for others. The way it is easy for bhaktimatām, that way it is not possible for dehināṁ, jñānināṁ and cātma-bhūtānāṁ. What are they getting easily? They are able to attain bhagavān in the form of gopikā-sutaḥ. That means in the form of Kṛṣṇa, Yaśodā Kṛṣṇa. They are able to attain bhagavān in the form of Yaśodā. No, keep it open, it's fine. Halka aa raha, it's fine. Yeah, you can bring the goods. The way it is easily, the way these bhaktimatām are easily attaining Kṛṣṇa, that way, that means in that easy way, sukhāpaha, it is not at all easy to attain Yaśodā Kṛṣṇa. That means to get that type of love. Because you can only get Kṛṣṇa when you have love. There's no other way. So the way, the love that Yaśodamayi has, that type of love, cannot be easily gotten by dehināṁ, jñānināṁ and cātma-bhūtānāṁ. But that love can be easily attained by bhaktimatām. So now, through the commentary, we will understand further. We read this purport yesterday. We discussed this purport already. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you directly from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So, you may find that some points are being repeated again because we covered the purport yesterday, Srila Prabhupada's purport. So, some points may be repeated. So, you are seeing the verse here. Okay, just you see the verse and I will explain to you from the commentary. First point. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is proclaimed that of all types of purushartha, what is purushartha? Purushartha means goal. So generally we say there are 4 purusharthas. What are the 4 purusharthas? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So first, when you are a human being, dharmena hina pashubi samana. So if you, as a human being, your goal should be to live by, to abide by dharma. If you don't abide by dharma, then you are as good as an animal. Or any human being who has no dharma in life. Dharma, again, what is dharma? Veda pranihito dharma. Whatever is given in the Vedas, that is only dharma. Not our own created dharmas. No. Dharma means that which is given in Vedas, that is only dharma. So you have varnashrama dharma, that is dharma. Okay. So human beings means you have to follow dharma. If you don't follow dharma, dharmena hina pashubi samana. How do you know all this? From the Srimad Bhagavatam, from Shastra, we are getting this information. Okay. So, dharma, human beings means first you should do dharma. Then why people do dharma? They do dharma, that is first purushartha, dharma. Abide by dharma. By dharma, you will get artha, wealth. That is second purushartha. By artha, you use that wealth for getting happiness, material happiness. Kama, sense gratification, fulfilling your material desires. Dharma, artha, kama. And then after your material desires are fulfilled, Finally, at the end of this life, you want liberation. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So these are the 4 Purusharthas generally we know. But actually, what is the highest Purushartha? There's a 5th one, Panchama Purushartha. That is Bhakti. And Bhakti means Prema. Prema. Panchama Purushartha is Prema. So Srimad Bhagavatam is proclaiming, is announcing boldly that Purushartha Shiromani, the crest jewel among all Purusharthas. What is the crest jewel of all Purusharthas? Prema, Bhagavat Prema, Kṛṣṇa Prema, love of Godhead. This is the highest goal achievable in the entire creation. There is nothing higher than love of Godhead. You may think, the goal of my life is to become Miss Universe. All the goal of people have this, isn't it? Someone else may have the goal. I want to be the number 1 in some field, like the CEO of so-and-so software company. That's the goal of my life. Or I want to be the president of a country. People can, or some people, and even I want to be Indra, right? All these goals may look very great. It depends on the person's consciousness. The people who are on the lower consciousness, they consider these to be goals. Or we teach the children, should come first in class. That is your goal. That may be a goal, but that's not the highest goal. What is the topmost, highest goal is Purushartha Shiromani. The crest jewel of all goals is what? To get love of Godhead, Bhagavat Prema. So first point is, what is the highest goal? To get Prema. Now, where do you find this Prema? Second point. Where do you find? What is the source? What is the reservoir of this Prema? Where do you find this Prema? Where is this Prema sheltered in? Where can you find? Tell me. Where do you find this Prema? Kṛṣṇa Prema.
Ragatmika devotees.
Yes, in the hearts of devotees. Yes, Mataji. Ragatmika devotees. Correct. So, it is sheltered in the hearts of devotees. These devotees who have Prema. Who has Prema? Those Ragatmika devotees have Prema. Premi devotees have Prema. Ragatmika devotees have Prema. Yes. So, highest achievable goal is Prema. Where do you find this Prema? It is found in the hearts of devotees. Now, amongst these devotees, Prema is there in the hearts of devotees in general. Actually, you know what? It's just like this example is given about eating. When you eat, let's say you're served a plate of rice, dal, sabji, roti. Let's take only rice, dal and sabji for now. After you eat the first morsel, you mix rice, dal and some sabji and you take first morsel. Is that satisfying your hunger to some extent? Yes, even one morsel is giving some kind of satisfaction, isn't it? Is it giving you some pleasure? Yes. And that means it is mitigating your hunger. It is giving you some pleasure. And also it is giving some strength, some nourishment. However, if after eating one morsel, if you say, now my hunger is mitigated completely, I'm feeling strong and I'm completely satisfied. Do you feel like that? No. At least you have to eat, 10, 15, 20 or more morsels. Then you'll feel, yes, now I'm satisfied. I'm full. Did the first morsel give you some satisfaction or not? It gave. But did it give enough satisfaction to make you feel that, yes, now I am satisfied? No, not yet. In the same way, every time we perform devotional service, is there prema? Yes, it is giving you prema. When you're chanting Hare Krishna, you are experiencing some prema. You are experiencing some detachment from this material world. Yes, Every time you're worshipping the deity, every time you're chanting, yes, this is what is happening. Just like while eating, three things are happening. Kshuddha nivritti, that means your hunger is mitigated and you are enjoying, you're getting pleasure, and also you're getting nourishment, strength. Like that, when you're practicing bhakti, when you're doing bhakti, three things are happening simultaneously. Bhakti pareshanubhava viraktir. So you're getting bhakti, that means bhakti means prema. You're experiencing prema. Or by that bhakti, you're experiencing prema. And you're experiencing bhakti pareshanubhava. That means direct experience is happening. You're experiencing and you're getting bhakti or love. You're experiencing the Lord. And also virakti. What is the virakti? Virakti means you're getting detached from this world. All these three things are happening every time you do bhakti. However, in the initial stages when you're doing bhakti, it's like eating one morsel. That much of experience is not sufficient for you to actually feel. You understand what I'm saying? Like one morsel of food is not sufficient for you to feel completely satisfied. Similarly, for you to actually be able to experience that result, that consequence, so similarly, for you to actually able to feel that prema, you have to come to that stage of prema. Although it is happening initially also, it's happening in such insignificant proportions that you're not able to realize it yet. It is happening. I use your. I can give another example. You see, when you plant a seed, right, and you water it, the growth started already, but you're not able to see it immediately, even though growth is happening. Growth is happening at every moment, but you are not able to see it. When do you see it? It takes, 1 or 2 days, depends on the type of seed. It can take 3 days, 4 days, whatever. And then you'll start seeing the plant. And what to speak of for you to see the flower and to get the fruit. It takes some time, isn't it? Like that. But it is happening at every moment. So what I'm saying here is, this prema is found in the hearts of the devotees. Okay? It is found in the hearts of devotees, all types of devotees. That's why I was saying. So prema will be there in the hearts of devotees, all devotees, some prema will be there. That's why this whole explanation I gave. Because every morsel is giving some satisfaction. It is mitigating hunger. Like that, everyone who is doing bhakti, bhakti means sakshat bhakti, shravanam, kirtanam, Vishnu smaranam. And what to speak of when someone is actually doing pure devotional service, sadhana bhakti, then they will experience prema, even in the initial stages. But it is very, very insignificant. So you're not able to actually get that direct experience. Even though it is happening, it is not tangible enough. It is not in sufficient quantity for you to actually experience it. However, it is there. So my point is, This prema is there in the hearts of devotees, period. I'm not even saying in ragatmika devotees. Because when you say, ragatmika devotees, they have reached that prema stage. They are in prema stage already. But others don't have prema. In lower stages also they have prema, but not sufficient enough. It is not sufficient enough for you to be in the stage of prema. So again, first point is what? First point is, what is the topmost goal? Bhagavat prema. Getting Bhagavat prema is the highest goal. Who says this? Srimad Bhagavatam is saying this. Where do you find this prema? You find this prema in the hearts of devotees. You find this prema in the hearts of devotees. Okay? Now, amongst these devotees, the Nitya Siddha devotees, the Nitya Siddha devotees, those are Ragatmika devotees. Yes? The Nitya Siddha devotees, what is their position? In their hearts, you will find this love. This prema is possible at all times, at every moment, in full, only in the hearts of Nitya Siddha devotees. I also have. Will that help? Okay. I'll try it. I still hear that, but sister, you able to hear me better with the speaker's microphone? It's the same. You are able to hear me? Yes? Okay. Okay. So this prema will be there in the hearts of devotees, but sometimes devotees also, sometimes when you're in front of the deity or when you're chanting or when you're hearing, you may experience glimpses of that feeling for the Lord, isn't it? However, in the hearts of these Nitya Siddha devotees, this prema is full and it is there eternally, at every moment, constantly. And that is possible only in the case of Nitya Siddha devotees. That's the point we are making here. Remember what we are discussing here, we are understanding Yaśodamayi's position. Okay? What is her exalted position? So this prema you can find in the hearts of the devotees. Obviously, devotees means you take here pure devotees. But only in the hearts of Nitya Siddha devotees will you find that this love is constantly present eternally. And amongst those Nitya Siddha devotees, now Nitya Siddha devotees means not only residents of Golok Vrindavan, residents of Ayodhya, residents of Vaikuntha. There can be Nitya Siddha devotees there also. Nitya Siddha means what? Eternally liberated. Eternally liberated. That means their avidya is destroyed. They have transcended the three modes
and they are devotees of the Lord. They are actual devotees of the Lord. That means they have prema. They have love for the Lord. We are not talking about those who got mukti, a liberation, by following varnashrama dharma, perfecting varnashrama dharma. We are not talking about those. We are not talking about yogis, who get liberation and go into Paramatma. We are not talking about them. We are talking about actual devotees who got prema. By practicing Shuddha Bhakti, they got prema. And they can go to Ayodhya, or they can go to Saket, right? Or they can go to Vaikuntha. And like this, there are different Vaikunthas. Lord Narasimhadev's planet, they can go to Lord Varahadev's planet. Pure devotees who got prema, they can go there. So therefore, this love for the Lord, this prema can be present in the hearts of the devotees, pure devotees, Nitya Siddha devotees. Nitya Siddha devotees means they got prema. So in their hearts, this love will be there at all times, continuously. Amongst such Nitya Siddha devotees, eternally liberated devotees, the residents of Gokula are the best. They are foremost. Amongst the Nitya Siddha devotees, amongst all Nitya Siddha devotees, the residents of Gokula are supreme. They are the greatest. They are foremost. And who are these residents of Gokula? Residents of Gokula are like Yaśodamayi, the mother of Kṛṣṇa, and others, Vrajavasis, the Vrajavasis, like Yaśodamayi and others. So even amongst the eternally liberated devotees, who is the greatest? The residents of Gokula are the best. Why are they the best? In what way are they better than the other Nitya Siddha devotees? They are better because here we are talking about Lord Krishna's mother, Yaśodamayi. By her Vatsalya Bhava, who is the object of her motherly love? Krishna is the object. By her love, Vatsalya, motherly love, she is able to get Krishna very easily. She is able to get Krishna means she is able to control Krishna. She is able to attract Krishna very easily. Because of this, the Vrajavasis are superior to all other Nitya Siddha devotees. You are getting my point? Vrajavasis are superior to all other Nitya Siddha devotees. How? Because Nitya Siddha Vrajavasis like Yaśodamayi and other gopis. Other gopis also have Vatsalya Prema for Krishna. That's why Krishna was going to their homes and stealing butter. They all had Vatsalya Prema. And that's why you see in Brahma Vimohan Leela, we see Krishna became, he himself became all those cowherd boys and went to those gopis in the form of other cowherd boys. And now they would, love him like a mother. That means Krishna fulfilled their desire. They all had Vatsalya Prema for Krishna. Okay. That's why it is said, the residents of Gokula, like Krishna's mother and others, they are superior to other Nitya Siddha devotees. How are they superior? They are superior by their motherly love or, Vatsalya Bhava, whose object is Krishna. Their love is for who? Their love is directed towards whom? Krishna. And because of this, they are able to get Krishna very easily. But other Nitya Siddha devotees are not able to get Krishna. A devotee of Lord Ramchandra may get Lord Rama. A devotee of Lord Narasimhadev may get Lord Narasimhadev. But can a devotee of Lord Narasimhadev get Lord Krishna, Yaśodā Nandan Krishna? No. That's the point. But can a Brajavasi, a gopi in Braja, can she get Krishna? Yes. That is why the position of the Brajavasis is superior to the position of other Nitya Siddha devotees. Why? By their love, they are able to get Krishna very easily, but for others, it's not like that. They are not able to get Krishna easily. The way the Brajavasis are able to get Krishna easily, others are not able to get Krishna easily. That is why nāyaṁ sukhāpo is said. Nāyaṁ means this Krishna, what is said? Na sukhāpo. That means not easily attained. Krishna is not easily attained by even other Nitya Siddha devotees. Then what to speak of the, those who do tapasya and the jñānis and other devotees. Other devotees we are seeing here. Even Nitya Siddha devotees who have love. But if they are not residents of Gokula, even Dwarkavasis, what to speak of Vaikuntha and Saket, even the residents of Dwaraka and Mathura, they cannot get Yaśodā Nandan Krishna the way Yaśodamayi got. That means they cannot get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. Even Devaki Mai also. Yaśodamayi's love is superior to Devaki Mai's. So the point is, it's not easy. Na sukhāpo means it's not easy. Nāyaṁ sukhāpo. It's not easy for them. The way it is easy for the residents of Gokula to get Krishna, it's not easy for others. Even for other Nitya Siddha devotees, it's not easy. Getting Yaśodā Dulala, right? Yaśoda's son, it is not easy. For whom it is not easy? So if you ask a question, so the statement is, it is not easy. First line is saying, to get Yaśoda's son, it's not easy. Then if somebody asked a question, for whom it is not easy? It's not easy for dehināṁ. This we discussed already. Dehināṁ means DEHABHIMANI. People who are proud of their bodies. For them it's not easy to get Krishna. Yaśodā Nandan Krishna, it's not easy. For DEHABHIMANI. It is not easy for even those who are Abhimana Rahita. That means they are not, they don't identify with the body, the jñānis. For them also it is not easy. Is it easy for Atma Rama Bhaktas? No, it is not easy even for Atma Rama Bhaktas. They are self-realized devotees. For them also it is not easy. It is not, then for who is it easy? It is easy for cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Cātma-bhūtānāṁ. So, not cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Bhaktimatām, right? It is easy for bhaktimatām. Atma-bhūtānāṁ means devotees only, other devotees. Atma-bhūtānāṁ, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi. So, we discussed that. So, the way Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are avatars of the Lord, Lakshmi Devi is Swarup Shakti of the Lord. So, they are dwelling in the Lord. And for them also, it is not easy. It is not easy for them also to get the love that Yaśodamayi has. Yes, if it is not easy for them, then what to speak of others? So there itself it is said, it is even It is not easy for the devotees of Lord Mahanarayan or Mahavishnu, or it is not possible for the devotees of Lord Ramchandra to realize Yasodanandan Krishna. The way it is easy for the way it is easy for, oh no, that point doesn't come yet. Okay, for Gokulvasis, right? We said the way it is easy for Gokulvasis, the type of love that they have, it is not easy even for the devotees of Lord Ramchandra or Lord Narayan. It is not easy for them. Now, the way getting the love of Yaśodamayi is not easy. Similarly, it is not easy to get conjugal love for Kṛṣṇa, the way gopis, right? Srimati Radharani and other gopis have. That is also not easy, needless to say. So for others means all these, even Nityasiddha devotees of other forms of the Lord, or anyone who is not a Gokulvasi. Even if they are self-realized, still it is not easy for them to realize Vrajendra Nandan Krishna, Yaśodā Nandan Krishna, the way it is easy for the residents of Gokula. Like that, it is also not easy for them to realize conjugal love for Kṛṣṇa, like the gopis, young gopis have. That is also not easy. So there is a prayer that we see in the 10th canto, 87th chapter, text 23, where the Shruti Vedas personified are praying. And in essence, what they are asking is the way the gopis, they are embraced by the serpent-like arms of Kṛṣṇa. How fortunate, how great are these gopis. We also would like to get that great fortune that the gopis have, and how we will get it? By serving these gopis, by following in the footsteps of the gopis. This is the important point. The Shrutis or the Vedas are praying to the Lord. They are appreciating the position of the gopis. The Supreme Lord, the fountainhead of all other incarnations, Swayam Bhagavan Kṛṣṇa. And these gopis are embraced by his serpent-like arms of the Lord. And they're dancing in this rasa dance. We also would like to get that great fortune. But how do we get it? By following in the footsteps of these gopis. By serving these gopis, we would also like to get that position. That is their prayer. So, the way the residents of your planet, like Gokulvasis and others, love you, or the type of bhakti that they have, the Vedas are saying that by following their bhakti, we would also like to get that. By serving them, by following in their footsteps. Now, try to understand. One second, Mataji, I'll finish this and I'll take the question. Even the Vedas are giving all knowledge to everyone, isn't it? The Vedas are not created by any human being or any person actually. They are eternally existing. Like the Lord is eternally existing, the Vedas are also eternally existing. The Vedas are not created at any time. They are eternally existing. They are the energy of the Lord. Those Vedas are also wanting to follow in the footsteps of the gopis, understand what is the exalted position of these gopis, the residents of Vraja. Even the Vedas want to serve the lotus feet of these gopis so that they can get that love. They want that bhava, vraja bhava of these Vrajavasis. And the way to get it is by following in the footsteps. So is it easy for the Vedas now to get? Tell me, is it easy for the Vedas to get the love, for Krishna? For the Shrutis, is it easy to get love for Krishna based on what they are praying? Is it easy now? Because this verse is saying it is not easy for dehināṁ, it is not easy for jnāni, it is not easy for cātma-bhūtānāṁ, it is not easy. Now the Shrutis are praying to the Lord that, my Lord, the residents of your planet, the gopis specifically, they are so fortunate that they are embraced by your arms. We would also like to get that fortune by following in the footsteps of these gopis. You tell me, is it easy for the Shrutis to get that Vraja Prema now? What do you think?
Mataji, only if they follow in the footsteps of
That's
the
what
gopi.
they're saying, no? They're saying they want to follow.
Yeah, then
Yes.
yes. If they will
Why
follow that.
hesitation? Yes, if they follow. That is only Raganuga Bhakti, isn't it? Yes, it's easy. That's what this verse is saying. What is this verse saying? See here. Bhaktimatām iha, yathā bhaktimatām. So bhaktimatām means these are also devotees. What type of devotees? These devotees are Raganuga Bhakta. Iha means in this world. So in this world, bhaktimatām iha, spontaneous devotional service. Spontaneous devotional service means those who are doing Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti means what? They are following in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, the Ragatmika devotees. So for them, yathā. Yathā means जिस तरह से भक्तिमताम इस संसार में, जिस तरह से इस संसार में ये स्पॉन्टेनियस डिवोटीज के लिए सुलभ है, सुखापो. क्या सुलभ है? गोपिका सुतः को पाना, यशोदा नंदन को पाना. यथा भक्तिमताम यहाँ, इस संसार में जिस तरह से रागानुगा भक्तों के लिए सुलभ है, उस तरह देहिनाम के लिए, ज्ञानिनाम के लिए और आत्मा-भूतानाम के लिए सुलभ नहीं है. न सुखापो. मतलब for some people it is easy. Who are they? Those who are following in the footsteps of the residents of Gokula or Goloka. Those who are following in the footsteps of, let's say here, Yaśodamayi, or those who are following in the footsteps of the gopis. For them, is it easy? Is it easy to get Krishna, Yaśoda Nandan Krishna? Yes, for them it is easy. That is the only way. If you want to get Krishna of Goloka, if you want to get Krishna of Vraja, what is the way? The only way is to follow in the footsteps of the residents of Vraja. That is called Raganuga Bhakti. Other than that path, by any other path, even if you are a Nitya Siddha devotee, but if you are not following, if you all remember, recently means it's been several weeks now, that we discussed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the exchange of dialogue between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkata Bhatta. So there we saw Lakshmi Devi, Mahaprabhu was, playfully challenging Venkat Bhatta, and he said, your Lakshmi Devi is a chaste wife of Lord Narayan, and my Lord Krishna is a cowherd boy, so she is the crest jewel of all chaste ladies. Why she is going after my Lord, right? And not only she is desiring to associate with my Lord Krishna. So then Not only is she desiring, but she performed tapasya for hundreds of years. Lakshmi Devi performed tapasya for hundreds of years. Still, she didn't get entrance. Why? You know why? I'm not telling the whole pastime now. That will take all the time. But the answer is, Mataji, go ahead. Amal Sundari Mataji.
There were two conditions, if I remember correctly. First, she did not follow in the footsteps of the gopis. And the second was she didn't leave her like Aishwarya. So two
Yes.
conditions because of which.
Yeah. She maintained, she didn't accept the body of a gopi.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you can only, the Lord is not attracted to goddesses and, Kṛṣṇa. We're talking about Brajendra Nandan Kṛṣṇa. Because he identifies himself as a gopa, as a cowherd. So being a gopa, he only becomes attracted conjugally to gopis. He doesn't get attracted to queens or, goddesses. No. No. He's only attracted to gopis. So if anyone wants to be related to Kṛṣṇa in conjugal relationship, Kṛṣṇa, which Kṛṣṇa? Vrajendra Nandan Kṛṣṇa. Then the only way is you have to become a gopi. You have to get the body of a gopi. Then only you can associate with Kṛṣṇa. Otherwise, he won't look at you in that way. He won't have a relationship with you like that, a conjugal relationship. Vrajendra Nandan Kṛṣṇa. There's no other way. You have to be a gopi. So Lakshmi Devi, because of her, Abhimana. Abhimana means identifying herself as the consort of Lord Narayan, as the supreme goddess of Vaikuntha. She was performing tapasya. Why then she wanted to associate with Kṛṣṇa? Because Kṛṣṇa and Lord Narayan is the same person. However, in Kṛṣṇa's pastimes, there is extra sweetness in conjugal rasa. There is Rupa Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. There are additional qualities in Kṛṣṇa which are very sweet. Madhuri, there's sweetness. So Lakshmi Devi, it's natural. She's also an enjoyer, being the consort of the Supreme Lord. So she also wanted to enjoy that. So she wanted to associate with Kṛṣṇa. She wanted to participate in Ras Leela. But for one to participate in Ras Leela, in conjugal relationship with Kṛṣṇa, you have to be a gopi. You have to accept the body of a gopi. How will you get the body of a gopi? You can get the body of a gopi by serving, by following in the footsteps of a gopi, by learning how to be a gopi, by following in the footsteps of a gopi. Then only you can get the body of a gopi. Lakshmi Devi, because of her Abhimana as the consort of Lord Narayan, she didn't follow in the footsteps of gopis. So she didn't get the body of a gopi. Naturally, she didn't get entrance into Ras Leela. But the Shrutis or the Vedas, they followed in the footsteps of the gopis, and they actually got the bodies of gopis. They are called Shrutichara gopis. There are 4 varieties of gopis: Nitya Siddha gopis, Devata gopis, Shrutichara gopis, Rishichara gopis. Rishichara gopis means in Dandakaranya, the rishis who got attracted to Lord Ramchandra, they wanted to also become the consorts of Lord Ramchandra. So Lord Ramchandra said, no, as Lord Ramchandra, I have only one wife. But in the next yuga, in Kali Yuga, there I can accept many wives, or many, I can accept, I can have conjugal relationship in the next yuga, Dwapar Yuga. So they waited, and they also followed, meditated on the gopis, following in the footsteps of the gopis. And they actually took birth in Braja, and they followed, they were trained by the Nitya Siddha gopis. And finally, in their gopi bodies, they participated in Ras Leela with Kṛṣṇa. So it was easy for them, for the Vedas. Why it was easy? It was easy because they followed in the footsteps of the Nitya Siddha gopis. And what type of Nitya Siddha? Residents of Vraja. not just Nitya Siddha devotees. Nitya Siddha devotees can be from different places. But specifically, we are talking about the Golokavasis or Gokulavasis. The Nitya Siddha devotees. By following them only, you can get that love. It is easily you can get Kṛṣṇa, love for Kṛṣṇa and association of Kṛṣṇa. Easily you can get. However, if you don't follow, you cannot get easily. You are a great devotee, even you are a Nitya Siddha devotee, but if you don't follow in the worship the gopis, follow in the footsteps of the gopis, you cannot get. So the point here is, of course, you cannot get Vatsalya Prema like Yaśodamayi, but in the same way, the way you cannot get Vatsalya Prema, that way you also cannot get conjugal love. It is not possible until and unless you follow in the footsteps of the gopis. So, like I gave you the example of Lakshmi Devi, in the same way, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva also have this Ishvara Abhimana. The Abhimana, the pride, or you can say the identifying oneself as the controller. Because they are actually avatars, isn't it? Guna avatars means they are the avatars of the Lord. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, right? So Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are also avatars, guna avatars. That means they are controllers. So they have this abhimana of being a controller. Such, when they have that abhimana, Ishvara abhimana, as similarly Lakshmi Devi also, she is the consort of the Supreme Lord in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means Aishwarya is there. She is the queen. So when they have this, and they don't want to give up their planets also, by the way, right? They are the rulers of their particular lokas. Being situated in that position as the controller, they don't give up that position for them to get the love that the Vraja Gopis have, or for them to follow, to subordinate themselves in front of the Vraja Gopis. It is dusadhya. It is impossible. It is impossible, it is said. That means they cannot accept the pain of subordination. They cannot accept the pain of subordination. That accepting that, admitting that, yes, I am lesser than you. I am subordinate to you. I am your servant. They are the rulers. For them to bow down before the simple cowherd girls, gopis, they are not queens, they are not, imagine, they are even in this world, those who are royalty, do you think they will come and humble themselves in front of villagers, who are farmers or cowherds? No. So it's very difficult to accept subordination, the pain of that, to bow down. Is it easy to humble yourself? Even to say sorry, it is so difficult. To your own siblings, if you want to say sorry, it is so difficult. That pain, it's humiliation. If you are the older one and you have to go and say sorry to your younger sibling, is it easy? If you have that pride, it's not easy. What to speak of the controller of the whole universe going and bowing down in front of simple village girls? It's not easy for them. That's why it is said, na sukhāpo, means it's not said impossible, but it is said it's not easy for them to get this. To follow in the footsteps of Vraja Gopis and accepting their, subordinate position, it is very painful and they cannot tolerate that pain. Those who have this Ishvara Abhimana, like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lakshmi Devi, they have this Abhimana. So they stay in their particular planets. And for them to get this type of love that Vrajavasis have is dusadhya. Very, very difficult to get. Almost impossible. Very difficult. It's not easy. Certainly it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. So this is about, specifically we are talking about this category of devotees. like Lakshmi Devi, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, who are Ishwaras. For them, it is very difficult, it is said. What about others? We saw others also. Dehināṁ, jñānināṁ, and what's the third one? Cātma-bhūtānāṁ. Cātma-bhūtānāṁ means Lakshmi Devi and yes, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. We took that example. But dehināṁ, jñānināṁ, for them, anyone else, why they are not able to get the love that Yaśodamayi has or the Vrajagopis have? What is stopping them from receiving, from getting that type of love? About Ishwaras, we said they are not able to get because they have that abhimana, you can say that pride of being a controller. So to bow down, it is very difficult. Therefore, for them, it is very, very difficult to get this type of love. Then why the other type of people who want, they are not able to get the love that Yaśodamayi has? Because they didn't get that instruction. They didn't get mercy. So they didn't get that mercy. You need the mercy of the Vrajavasis, that somebody who has, they give it then only. So they didn't get that instruction. So first of all, even to begin, even to turn towards Kṛṣṇa, towards bhakti, your account has to be opened by a devotee. By the devotee's mercy, you'll even believe that the highest goal of life is to get prema. For me to even accept that, I need that instruction. Through that instruction, mercy has to come. Then only I'll be able to accept. So these other people, why they are not able to accept, why they are not able to get love like Yaśodamayi means, first of all, they didn't even receive that instruction. And they didn't get that taste. When you will get taste, those who get taste, then they're eligible for Raganuga Bhakti. Those who got Dhrida Shraddha, that means you got that instruction and you got conviction also in that instruction, they're eligible to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So you neither have Dhrida Shraddha nor you have taste. That's why you are not eligible to get the type of love that Yaśodamayi has. This is the meaning. So sukhāpaha means what? Means sukhāpaha means receiving. That means it is available to them. What is available? The love that Yaśodamayi has. That type of love is available. They can get it. Who can get? One who is following in the footsteps of the gopis can get easily. Sukhāpaha means it is available to them. And dushprapa means it is not for the others. Nāyaṁ sukhāpaha means it is dushprapa. It is not possible or it is very, very difficult. Not just very difficult. It's unavailable, you can say. For anyone who is not following in the footsteps, that means one who has not received Dhrida Shraddha or one who has not received taste, ruchi. For them, the type of love that Yaśodamayi has, it is unavailable. Like that. I think that much discussion is sufficient on this verse. So we completed text 21 today. I explained the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on verse 21. And we have a little bit of purport remaining from Bhagavad Gita. Let's just complete that purport today, and then I will end the session. We just have part of it remaining. Amal Sundari Mataji, you had a question. Is it answered or you still have the question?
Yes, Mataji, it is answered. So that was my question, but you already explained that no matter what, I was going to ask about the different rasas, but now it's clear that no matter what, in which rasa one is aspiring to serve the Lord, the topmost or the epitome of that is with the ragatmika devotees, and those who are on the path of Raganuga Bhakti, they have to follow their ideal, who is a ragatmika devotee, to to achieve that kind of rasa.
Yes. So Raganuga means they are following.
Following,
Not that,
yes.
yeah, they're that's when you call them Raganuga. They are following. Yeah.
Yes.
So if anyone who wants the type of love that the Brajvasi has to do Raganuga
Follow.
Bhakti. Yeah. That Raganuga Bhakti means following in the footsteps of Ragatmika devotee.
Ragatmika. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. So Bhagavad Gita will just continue. So, I didn't read, I thought I read. Anyway, I'll just read the purport. So this verse is Mam Chayo. This is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, text 26. A couple of sessions before today, we had already discussed, actually we come, I think for a few classes we discussed this verse. We just have to finish the purport. So Mamchayo avyabhicharena, Mamchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So very quickly, to remind you of the context, Arjun had asked Krishna 3 questions. What were the 3 questions? First question is, what are the symptoms of a person who has transcended the 3 modes? Second question is, what is the behavior of a person who has transcended the 3 modes? And the third question is, how can one transcend the 3 modes? So, in the previous verses, Krishna answered the first 2 questions. 22 to 25 verses, Krishna answered what are the symptoms of one who has transcended the 3 modes. And in the rest of 23, 24, 25, Krishna has explained what is the behavior of a person who has transcended the 3 modes. Now in 26th verse, Krishna is answering the third question. What is that? How can one transcend? How can one transcend the 3 modes? So, one who does avyabhichari bhakti. Avyabhichari bhakti means what? Vyabhichari means changing or mixed, right? Because vyabhichari means a prostitute, literally. She is not with one person. She keeps changing her partners. That's vyabhichari or prostitute. So, avyabhichari means you stick with only one person, like a chaste lady, right? Sati Stri. She is faithful to her husband. She is not looking at other men. This is a sati, chaste lady. So, avyabhichari means chaste, faithful. That means you stick with only one. So here, avyabhichari bhakti means what? You are avyabhichari or chaste to bhakti. You are not looking at other sadhanas. You are not taking help from karma, jnana or anything. You are doing exclusive bhakti. Avyabhichari bhakti. So Krishna is saying, one who does mamcha yaha means that person, mam means unto me. Mamcha yaha avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. One who does this unalloyed bhakti. Unalloyed means exclusive bhakti without any mixture of karma, jnana, etc. To whom? That bhakti is directed towards Krishna. Mam, Krishna is saying. Then what will happen? Sagunan samatityaitan. That means he will transcend all the modes. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. And he will go and merge into Brahman. He'll get Brahma prapti. One who worships me exclusively, one who does bhakti to me exclusively, he will transcend the 3 modes and he will get Brahma prapti. He'll go and merge into Brahman, Krishna is saying. So, for that, we started reading the purport. I'll just quickly read the purport, and wherever I have explained in the past, I won't give another explanation. This verse is a reply to Arjun's third question. What is the means of attaining to the transcendental position? As explained before, the material world is acting under the spell of the modes of material nature. One should not be disturbed by the activities of the modes of nature. Instead of putting his consciousness into such activities, he may transfer his consciousness to Krishna activities. Krishna activities are known as Bhakti Yoga, always acting for Krishna. This includes not only Krishna, but his different plenary expansions such as Rama and Narayan. He has innumerable expansions. one who is engaged in the service of any of the forms of Krishna or of his plenary expansions is considered to be transcendentally situated. That means for you to transcend the three modes, you can worship any form of the Lord. You can transcend the three modes by that. One should also note that all forms of Krishna are fully transcendental, blissful, full of knowledge and eternal. Such personalities of Godhead are omnipotent and omniscient, and they possess all transcendental qualities. So, if one engages himself in the service of Krishna or his plenary expansions with unfailing determination, although these modes of material nature are very difficult to overcome, one can overcome them very easily. How are you able to overcome? By doing bhakti with unfailing determination. Bhakti for who? For Krishna or Krishna's direct expansions. Not, you cannot have bhakti for demigods. No. Krishna's direct expansions. If you do bhakti with unfailing determination, you can transcend the three modes. This has already been explained in the 7th chapter. What is explained in the 7th chapter? Mam chayo avyabhicha. No, not that. Maya sakta manah partha. Yogam yunjan madashraya. So, Maya sakta manah partha. Yogam yunjan madash. Not that. 7th chapter means, I think, 7:14. Daivi yesha gunamayi mamamaya duratyaya. Mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Mam eva. Eva means only. Mam. That means this divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes is very difficult to overcome. But one who surrenders to Krishna can easily overcome these three modes. So there eva is said. Mam eva ye prapadyante. That means one who surrenders only to me. So therefore, Prabhupada is clarifying the point. Me means either Krishna or Krishna's other direct expansions. Any Vishnu Tattva. Either Krishna or Krishna's direct expansion. Mam eva ye prapadyante. If you worship, then you can transcend the three modes. Otherwise, by any other means, is it possible to transcend the three modes? No. That is why here 7th chapter is quoted. This has already been explained in the 7th chapter. That means although these modes are very difficult to overcome, one can easily overcome them. How? By doing bhakti with unfailing determination. Bhakti for who? For Krishna or Krishna's direct expansions. One who surrenders unto Krishna at once surmounts the influence of the modes of material nature. To be in Krishna consciousness or in devotional service means to acquire equality with Krishna. Now, who can do bhakti to Krishna? You have to transcend that. Krishna is transcendental or not? He is transcendental. So, when the devotee is transcendental, then he can also render devotional service to Krishna. That is the point. To be in Krishna consciousness or in devotional service means to acquire equality with Krishna. The Lord says that his nature is eternal, blissful and full of knowledge, Satchidananda. And the living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme, as gold particles are part of a gold mine. So what is the position of living entities? They're parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. So gold mine has gold, it's filled with gold. And a particle of gold, like a earring, that is also gold. And the gold mine is also gold. Like that, Krishna is the Supreme Lord and the living entities are his parts and parcels. That means if Krishna is Satchidananda, the living entities are also Satchidananda. Thus, the living entity in his spiritual position is as good as gold, as good as Krishna in quality. The difference of individuality continues. Otherwise, there would be no question of Bhakti Yoga, isn't it? So, not that when you, because in Jnana, what happens in Jnana? They just go and merge. The sadhana for Jnanis is, they do Jnana sadhanas. They practice Jnana sadhanas until they get their result. Once they get their goal, what is the goal? Go and merge into Brahman. Once they get that, they are not interested in that Jnana anymore. They give up. Jnana, Bhakti, everything is given up. Even this, just now we saw, you have to do exclusive Bhakti with full determination to the Lord, then you will get Brahma Prapti. After getting Brahma Prapti, you think they are doing Bhakti? No. They do bhakti, exclusive bhakti for Brahma Prapti. Once they get Brahma Prapti, no more bhakti, nothing. No bhakti, no jnana, nothing. That means they use that as a tool to get their goal. Okay. So, but in the case of devotees, bhakti yoga means even after they practice, the means and the goal are the same. The means is what? You're doing bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. And what is the goal? The goal is to get love of Kṛṣṇa. What is love of Kṛṣṇa? Love of Kṛṣṇa means what? You're doing devotional service there. And love of Kṛṣṇa is also seva, devotional service. It continues. Bhava Rupa and Cheshta Rupa, both are there. Actions are there and non-actions. Non-action means that bhava, that mood. It's love. Love includes both actions and non-actions. Both are there. So, in Bhakti Yoga, when you practice Bhakti Yoga, after you get your goal, you get love, you stop Bhakti. No, it continues. And how can there be Bhakti if you lose your individuality, your personality, your identity, your individuality? If you lose, if you go and merge into the Lord, how you're going to render love, how there's going to be reciprocation, loving relationship? It's not possible, isn't it? That's the point being said here, that the difference of individuality continues in Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, there would be no question of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means that the Lord is there, the devotee is there, and the activity of exchange of love between the Lord and the devotee is there. Therefore, the individuality of two persons is present in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the individual person. Otherwise, there would be no meaning to Bhakti Yoga. What is Srila Prabhupada saying here? Srila Prabhupada, why Srila Prabhupada gave the example of gold mine and gold particle, both are gold, to say that Kṛṣṇa is an individual, and being his parts and parcels, we are also individual. That's the point. And when you are individual, when there are two individuals, then there is loving relationship between the two. You cannot go merge and then have loving relationship. Doesn't happen like that. Therefore, the individuality of two persons is present in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the individual person. Otherwise, there would be no meaning to Bhakti Yoga. If one is not situated in the same transcendental position with the Lord, in what way? Satchidananda. The Lord is Satchidananda. You also have to be transcendental to the three modes. The living entity is Satchidananda, no doubt. But now we are covered by avidya. And then because of avidya, now you got this body, subtle and gross body, isn't it? So now you are under the clutches of the three modes. You have not transcended the three modes. Whereas the Lord is transcendental. If you want to render devotional service to the Lord, you also have to be on the transcendental position. If one is not situated in the same transcendental position with the Lord, one cannot serve the Supreme Lord. To be a personal assistant to a king, one must acquire the qualifications. That's the what is the qualification? That means, because if you are a personal assistant to the king, you'll be standing on the same pedestal, right? On the same platform as the king. So not anyone can just go and become a personal associate, personal assistant of the king. There's some qualification. Similarly, if you want to be a devotee of the Lord, you'll be on the same platform. So it requires qualification. Thus, the qualification is to become Brahman or freed from all material contamination. Of course, that is just, that is minimum. That is minimum. The qualification is to become Brahman or freed from all material contamination. It is said in the Vedic literature, Brahmaiva san Brahma pyeti. One cannot attain the Supreme Brahman. One can attain the Supreme Brahman by becoming Brahman. Here, Supreme Brahman means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. Attaining Bhagavan means, you are rendering direct service to him face to face. That is possible only when you yourself become Brahman. Meaning, how you become Brahman? That means you have to transcend the three modes. The way Brahman is transcendental, you also have to transcend the three modes. Then you can attain Supreme Brahman. That means then you can render devotional service to the Lord. This means that one must qualitatively become one with Brahman. By attainment of Brahman, one does not lose his eternal Brahman identity as an individual soul. So this is for Bhakti Yogis. How about for Jnanis? yeah, the Gyanis, they lose their individuality. That's why devotees don't want that type of liberation. So I'm stopping here. I have completed text 21 of Srimad Bhagavatam's 10th canto 9th chapter, and I have completed the 26th verse of the 14th chapter, Bhagavad Gita. We have one last verse in the 14th chapter, the concluding shloka that we will cover tomorrow. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Bhakti jai.
Samaveta Gaur Bhakta
Gaur
ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Kṛṣṇa
Kripasindhubhyo
Kṛpā
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
Namo Namah.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavebhyo ki jai. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.